Listen.
Yeah. Yes, God. Oh. Get that out of there.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Matty Rants. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel. Today we are discussing Euphoria Season 2, the most recent episode 6. Things did not go as expected in my book, but we're going to get into it today. Hi everybody, it's also Valentine's Day. I hope you're having a good day here. You're spending it with me a little bit. Kind of, sort of. I got a pink sweater on just for you. See how that works? So we're going to have fun today, and we're also going to talk about the show and dive into the seriousness behind Euphoria, at least with this episode, because different conversations narrated by Rue. A lot of stuff happened. Nate, Cassie, Matty, Jules, Rue. We gonna get there today. So, hi everyone, how's it going? Let me get this chat up here. Can y'all hear me loud and clear? Hey Nakia, what's going on? Hi Chi Chi, how you doing, baby? Where is my phone at? Hold on, let's get everything together, y'all. It's been a very crazy day. I had a very crazy night last night, actually. Oh, come on for the puss. Adrian, so looking forward to this. Thanks for doing a live review. Thanks for being here, my love. Bonjour, Emmy. How you doing, my baby? Hey, Callie, what's going on, gal? Dawn, how you doing? Make sure to get here on time. I had to push this back a little bit because I was running errands. Y'all know I'm traveling to Atlanta, Georgia on Wednesday, and I want to tell you something about the scheduling for the videos for the rest of the week, because for season 14, I might have to move that to a Monday review, but still have the panel on Sunday because it's going to be a lot going on when I'm out there, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do the review for Drag Race on Saturday. So let's get my social medias out the way and start this review up. Plus, I'll talk about some things if you want to stay after this review. I'll get into my crazy night last night. Your boy had to call an Uber to get home because it was... And yeah, so I'm so happy that y'all are here with me today. I know it's Valentine's Day, and I know this can be a tough one for a lot of us here. It's a tough one for me. Just know that you are loved, and I love you a whole lot, like super duper whole bunch, okay? But you can find me on my social medias at MattyRants everywhere except for Twitter, which is at @MattyRants. It's all in my link tree. Grab a branch, eat some fruit, Activia, poop. And you can also catch me on Patreon for the reactions. This Euphoria episode will be up tomorrow, Tuesday. And then for UK versus the World, it's going to be posted on Friday. So if you want to catch this reaction on my Patreon for just $1 a month, join that Patreon crew and you can tune in and see my shenanigans while I'm watching the episode. And yes, this one was a gag for me. Yes, and if you'd like to drop a little tip my way, just for your boy hosting today, my tip jar is downstairs there. It's paypal.me/MattyRants, preferred Cash App $MattyRants, and Venmo Matty-Rants. Let me get my shared screen up. We got to dive into this because I'm gonna do this by sections when it comes to this one. In particular, for the fact that Rue had her own space and moment, and there was a lot happening there with her, of course, withdrawing and then now recovering with her family. She got back in good with the person who she needed to get back in good with again. That's our boy over here. That was its own moment. Plus, the acting was phenomenal. It's just, the acting was great from everybody here in this scene, everybody. But there's also other moments that were happening with Matty, Nate, Cassie, Lexi, and Fez. Oh my goodness. We got a hand-holding scene, y'all. It was blessed. It was blessed. I was like, oh my God. It wasn't even a kiss. Like, out of all the things we've seen with Euphoria, to have Lexi and Fez be so pure, that's something. Okay, because it'd always be some of the other stuff, some other things going on. A Cassie situation, a little titty, a little tot out there. Chi Chi, Thank you for the Valentine's Day love on my Cash App, my baby. I appreciate you so much. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you, my love. Thank y'all so much for being here. Yeah, let's just dive on in. I'm going to go through the episode with you. I'm just going to do it from a standpoint of each character and who they were talking to and what they were discussing. You may need to help me with the names, y'all, as I was running these errands the other day and today. These edibles have been killing me. I've been riding a wave for the last 24 hours and I'm trying to come down. So I may need some help because I had this all together a minute ago and then your boy had to run literally around town and come right back to do this. Okay, let's just do it. Moving forward and moving on. Euphoria. You know, this episode wasn't bad. I actually, what's the word I want to say here for this one? After last week's episode, it was a little tough for where are they going to go now, because there were so many things dropped in terms of information as far as the Matty Cassie situation. We also had Rue basically going through it, putting herself through all kinds of danger. Everybody was worried, scared, the entire bit, right? This episode's a little bit different because it's basically after all of the craziness from that last episode. And with Rue, it's different to see her in this light, but not so much because, again, we're already aware she's going through it, withdrawing from the opioids and all the stuff that she's taking. But seeing her try to open up that candy, that Jolly Rancher, watermelon Jolly Rancher, which honestly, I would have chosen sour apple. A green apple Jolly Rancher is my preferred favorite. If this was my show, okay, this is where I would go, right? a green apple. But she's having trouble opening this up. She's not, it's just dripping down the nose. She's internally crying while also physically crying. It's a lot. This was some amazing acting here. I love me some Zendaya. She was given the work today, but I didn't understand what that meant until we got to the phone call, which we'll discuss in just a second, because it was really Rue struggling to just breathe because she felt so much. You know what I'm saying? She felt so much in that moment about the guilt that was holding her down, not just from everybody around her, but from one person in particular. So let's move here. But let me get in the comment section just a second. Happy Valentine's Day, Angie. Thanks for being here, babes. When Fez held Lexi's hand, though, it was everything. Let's see here. The scene was so painful to watch in so many ways. I agree. And Dare said they weren't showing consequences. See, that, Daniel, I'm glad you brought that up because I saw that Dare tried to jump into this. Let me tell you about Dare. When I was outside, maybe, I want to say last year in Houston, and I was going into a Chipotle, they had these people from Dare standing outside. And they were asking all of us about, you know, do you feel comfortable? Like it was sort of like a suicide prevention thing. And so when they waved me down, I was like, no, sorry, I partake, you know, because, you know, ganja, whatever, right? I was like, no, I partake. They're like, well, we don't do just that now, you know, we're also about mental health awareness. And I'm here for that for Dare. But for them to jump on this show and say there's no consequences when we literally just saw somebody go up and down the drug roller coaster, damn near get sold off while we're talking about it. And now other things are coming into play. What are they talking about? I swear people get on Twitter, find a thread, and then find everything about it to be true and just look up no facts. They get into somebody's conversation, think they're just talking, baby. I don't even know what's going on here. Let's see here. Thanks for tuning in. Let's go ahead and keep it moving. The fine motor skills were gone, all gone. But it was also from that guilt that was just, everything was holding her down. Dare wasn't even successful and their t-shirts were worn. Ironically, what's funny, Don Phillips, I remember when Dare used to come to our school and they would try to get to scare us never to do stuff. And I was like, oh my God, I'll never be that guy. Years later. Yeah, basically. But Rue in this scene is a lot. Now, her mom, baby, if you don't get nominated for an award this year, I don't know what to tell you because you're putting in time and good dues. Look at this. Look at this moment with Rue. Woo! This is a powerful scene. Just the struggle of opening that, of releasing the guilt. It's so much. Wasn't it, Anna? The guilt was so heavy on her shoulders that when Ollie accepted her apology, she immediately picked up and unwrapped the candy. Exactly. It was symbolizing the fact that she needed to get over that one hurdle, that guilt of being wrong or someone rejecting an apology. I know that feeling very well. Like, we all don't like rejection. We all don't like to hear no sometimes, but it's a part of life. I'm learning to deal with it a lot myself. Okay. It's too much. When you've been using for months, you really can't have these severe. She's been using it for way longer than that, Warren John. So I would highlight that, but she's clearly been doing drugs for a very long time. So I don't think that's the case moving forward. Keeping in this episode here, it was a lot, and I really enjoyed this acting, and I felt it was very realistic. Now we get on over to her mother taking her to give her some cold baths, bringing down the temperature. A lot of stuff that they were doing, showing her mom doing, I guess, the work to keep her daughter from losing her grip while she's going through these drug withdrawals. And of course, the outcome it's having on the household, which would be her sister, who has been by her side. But again, it's her being her sister, trying to be the best sister. And in reality, she's sick of Rue always messing up and always putting their family through this. But she loves her. Oh my God. I cried with this scene. There were a couple of moments with these two. I just started to tear up. It was so beautiful. It reminds me of my little sister. But it's a lot. It's a lot going on. I mean, hell, they still have the room looking the way it does. The door is still broken down from when Rue smashed it open over the incident. Because remember, this was like just the other day. Maybe a couple of days have passed by, maybe one or two, more like just one. It's only been maybe 24 hours. Okay. So this is very recent. This is very short time frame here. But I got to give the director some credit, as well as the writing. Narration by Zendaya herself. It just really sat and felt very deep and heavy in this moment. Like, good Lord, like, you got to clean all this up. Also keep this baby together. This can easily happen again. The chances of her not using is going to rehab and being successful. It's like, 5%? Oh, they kept saying that number, 5%. That's better than 0. That's better than 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let's get in this comment section here. Oh my God, when they taught us, D, I won't do drugs. A, won't have an attitude. R, I will respect myself. E, I will educate me. Bless their heart. Oh, that's what that was? Oh, I forgot all about it. No. Hey, Jade the One. How's it going, baby? So I appreciated Dare, but I was curious about certain. I was appreciative for them for everything else, but a certain thing that's now legal in states. I was very much that guy, like, oh, well, I'm more than likely going to try that. But everything else, not so much. Get a little older, honey. Okay. I feel it's going to happen again. I really hope not. I really hope not. Really hope not. They are both so fragile, and that makes us remember that no matter what goes on, they're still kids. Exactly. We also, y'all, please remind yourselves that this isn't over yet. And a lot of things happened this episode that I did not expect to be. Cal is not done. There are a few loose ends. There's a lot happening. Hey, what's up? Your vid just came up. Did anybody else have this problem? I only saw you, babe, having it, so that's why I couldn't address it with you. It may have been on the end of refreshing and it working again, but I'm glad you see me now, babes. I'm glad you see me now. Yeah, I prefer the other characters' sex storylines as opposed to Rue's addiction, but I recognize that Zendaya's acting is award-winning. I mean, that's kind of where the show is coming from. It's a standpoint of these teens going through any and everything that could be possible to them, right? Not me missing the notification. I'm so sorry, but welcome, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Once we stop talking about Euphoria, we're going to get into Lover's Lane. So if you're feeling kind of sad today, Maddie's going to take you out of there. I'm going to bring you back in. I didn't get a notification. Interesting. Isn't that something? Yeah, I changed the time on there because I was out and about. So again, apologies for that. I had to redo it because I didn't think I was gonna make it home in enough time, and I ended up coming back just in time. But let's keep it talking. Let's keep it rolling here. If you want to drop a tip my way, paypal.me/MattyRants, Venmo, MattyRants. Let's move on here. We're talking about Euphoria. 105 of you in the room. Please hit that like button. Thanks for being here. I like this shirt. I had to take a pic. This is the scenery. Can we get into this real quick? Look, I gotta get my light just right. Just right. You know, when it comes to Euphoria and the lighting, it's really amazing because Euphoria is all about the moment. Here, and here, and anything like that, right? So the lighting is straight up nothing but the sun. It's just the sun. It's the right time of day. There's no lights happening in the house. It's a beautiful scene. Oh, God, I love this show. Imagery-wise, it's beautiful. It's very haunting and gorgeous at the same time and surreal. And we've been in houses like that, right? Do you feel what I'm saying? It's that. I've been in homes like that. My house is like that sometimes. I love it. So, and it also adds to the room. Like, let me get my highlighter here. Of course, Rue is finding herself in the light right now, having to come to terms with a thing she said to Ali that was absolutely not okay. Talking about his past with his ex-wife and, of course, what his child had to witness, and that was not cool. A lot of people who are hurting hurt others, okay? But in the light, she needs to come to this resolution, and I love how she's sitting so heavy into it with the Malcolm X shirt on top of it. I'm like, come on for the symbolism. I'm here for it. While the rest of the room, let me get my highlight, is so dark. Like almost like that's what she came out of into the light to then get to that phone. Like I need to sit here for just a second. I could be playing with things, I could be making stuff up. But that's how I felt when I saw the scene. It's like, ooh, she's in the warmth that she's trying to realize something. I'm here for it. And how it ties with Ollie's faith, ethnicity, and strength. Chi-Chi. Yes, exactly. Moving into the next scene followed by that. It's good. And I really did love that phone call. That was a boohoo moment for me. I was like, baby. The thing is, you can accept apology when you do know firsthand that hurt people. And that's the thing, too, is that Ollie knew where Rue was coming from because he's been in that same position before. He's experienced withdrawing, I'm talking too fast here, but addiction, and he knows the danger and the anger that comes from that. And I was very entertained by the fact that he accepted it so quickly, but it was honest and it was soft because he knew, I'm not going to just dog her now. I'm going to get it later. I'm going to pick out a little later. But right now I'm going to just give you what you need, baby. And you're fine. I forgive you. We good. Her crying, that hit me hard. I was like, oh, baby. I was like, oh. I was there for that. And she unwrapped the candy so quick. Boom. That was that big hurdle she needed to get over. That one person who she knew that she really needed to get right with before she could move on with the rest of her recovery. I was here for that. Let's get in the comment section. Yep. Ollie's reason to accept her apology was powerful to me. I loved it. Jason Love, I'm paraphrasing here, but it was powerful when she said how people will judge your whole life by one moment. Do you know that that's exactly what people do by one moment? That's exactly what people do. That's why they always say first impressions are important. It's the truth. I know people just last night, somebody who I saw who I didn't speak to because I knew them for just one moment and it wasn't a good one. And I'm not sure how they are now. I mean, was paying attention and observing them over the evening, they seemed to be the same kind of catty person I remember them to be. But it was just like, oh, okay. It's difficult sometimes to get out of that feeling of just holding a moment on others, but sometimes people do that because it's comfortable and it's easier to feel anger or happiness for an individual versus transitioning to another level of emotion. So sometimes you go with what you think feels right or what you think everybody else thinks is right. So that way you can be a part of the popular opinion. It's the calm before the storm. We all know Lori is somewhere waiting to snatch Rue or someone she loves up. What if the end of the season, Lori snatches Rue up? Like, what if that's the end of the season? Like, all of a sudden she's thrown in the back of a car, driven off, credits. And then the next season is basically us watching Scandal, where Olivia Pope was trapped in that bunker and it was really her dad doing all that bull. Child, okay, hold on. Acted a fool when I was withdrawn. Listen. It can be really tough on folks, okay? I'm not gonna get into personal stories here. I've seen things, I've witnessed stuff. I'll wait for my book to be written for a lot of things I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all know I'm very truthful in my life, but I'll wait for my book to come out before I give you full details. There's an understanding that comes here with a lot of things. Rue is lucky to have him as a sponsor, that part, okay? I'm worried for her family. I'm worried for her sister, especially. Her mother's already gone through it, lost her husband. Now she's got her child taking her through the ropes. Like, Rue needs to really catch up, not on fries. Your mama also lost her husband. Your sister also lost her dad. You are hurting too. And I get that. And it's painful. And fuck those feelings. But like, baby, it's stuff like that with Rue where it just drives me. And I sit there and I go, girl, I know I want to believe you and I want to be there. And I want to, but who would rescue Rue in that scenario? Probably Nate on behalf of Jules. I hate to say it. It would be Fez, but more than likely Nate would get involved because Nate is insane and Nate has nothing to lose, as you saw this episode. It'd be Nate on Jules' behalf. Oh my God, I could see that go down. I have one last thing I want to do for you. Louis, you say that, but then we're going to talk about what he did in this episode that blew my mind. And I was like, oh, so so this is what we're doing. Okay. There is a crazy chaos with Nate where he honestly wants to do the right thing, but he also does not care about anything that can happen. He really doesn't give a fuck about life. Like, at this point in time, something is twisted with him. And we have to talk about that conversation with his mother, because she was spilling tea and then not spilling tea. And they never mentioned the third child again. And then 2, she kept saying, what happened to you when you were younger to make you act this way? What was it? It's like, huh. Also, the thing about it is Nate still loves Jules. That was very much, that was also confirmed today. I was like, what is happening? Bitch, that was crazy. That was crazy. Once he, let's move on. Said, I think so too. The mom was wild. Stop drinking with your children. Listen, did you not see what happened the other day? The pee was still on the floor, Warren. The pee was still on the floor. They left it there. No one took a mop and cleaned that up. They left that man's urine on the floor. Ugh. Ew. Yuck. Poo. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. It is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you. I hope you're having a good day. Please hit that like button. Don't forget to share and subscribe if you're new here, and get in that comment section to let the rest of YouTube know that I'm an awesome guy who deserves to be in their algorithm. And if you'd like to throw a little tip my way, that tip jar is downstairs below. That's paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, Venmo MattyRants for your Valentine's Day host with the most while we talk about Euphoria. 142 in the room. Thanks for being here. Let's keep pushing. Ooh, okay. So let's see here. Ali now has came over to the house in order to bring a little bit of joy or sort of change the mood of the room. Maybe also add in a what's the word I'm looking for? Sense of reality for what they're facing right now as they're all trying to be just nice around Rue, where Ollie's going to keep it straight and also let them feel the way they need to feel. Emotions are valid, especially in situations like these. Did you also notice that her mom got like cute when he came over? I'm just saying, did you also notice that she got herself a little bit together before this man came over? I think she likes Ali. I think Ali likes her, and I think the mom likes Ali. Please forgive the dog bark in the background. It's my neighbor's dog. Keep talking here. She got her hair done. She put on some nice clothes. I said, interesting. And I kind of want that to be, but I also hope if it doesn't happen and it's like, and it's cool, right? It's cool. But if it's the other way, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Hold on, Nakia, right there. Not Ali playing sponsored therapist stepdaddy. Ooh. Oh, y'all know I live and breathe for him as an actor. Coleman Domingo. So yes, yeah, she was feeling herself. Okay. Not gonna lie, Gia's storyline is pretty triggering for me because this was my family with my father's drug addiction growing up. Oh, Brandy. Oh, baby. My love to you, Dala. Can't even imagine that. But also, you got to give our good sis Stormy some love here because Gia was acting her ass off. Okay. Coleman is fine. Coleman can. Ooh. Okay, so let's go ahead and get on to this scene right here, which does involve Gia and Ali. Now, this was some stuff. I appreciate moments like this, especially seeing a Black man on television in this household that may be a blended family, but the father is gone. So it's basically 3 Black women sitting up in here. And there's a man of color, Black man up in this piece, having a conversation to them about actually being okay with their emotions and expressing anger and it being valid and okay and crying and all of that. It's like, yes, love seeing this. This is why I like Moonlight so much, because when they were having those conversations with that boy about expressing himself and being who he was and also talking about his emotions and feelings, it was very important to see people that look a certain way that are normally up there telling you, no, don't do all that, telling you to have these conversations. There's no weakness in these moments here. None. No sort of weakness. It's very important to express yourself and to get it out, because when you retain that shit, it becomes a pile of shit and then starts smelling. And then everybody can tell your shit. And it's become so big you can't control it. And now you're just shoveling shit. You don't want that. So I really like this. This also gave very father-daughter vibes. No shade to the dad that's not there no more. But it felt like that figure was in the household after it being so long in the epic emotional train that all 3 of these women have been on. Not saying that the man needed to be there in order for that to happen, but it's just the fact that he came in there and the water, you know how you throw something in and it ripples? It was that. Changed the entire structure. Boom. Okay? I agree with this one too. She can act her ass off. I would like her to be very much a part of like a main cast, not just a side character. She can hold her own. A Wrinkle in Time, I don't count. That was terrible writing. But I think she needs more work too. She's lovely. I love her as an actress. Imani Dupree, I was so glad he was thinking about Gia and let the mom know that too. That was a moment that needed to happen, especially when he corrected the mom but didn't want to shut her down, but sort of like, no. Let them be. Let them say what they got to say, because if it just sits, how is Rue really going to know how everyone feels? If we really are just sitting here going, they're there, how's she going to know? And I think for Black women in particular, that needs to happen a lot more often. The validation of feelings, especially in terms of emotional distress, when something is wrong and when things are not okay, to deal and to not actually take those moments and throw them away. I'm just saying, because I'm talking about real life right now, like in the drama that I see online, when it's like, man, these females and man, these, this, that, and the other. It's like, no. There are people out there lie and steal and do whatever to get what they want, but those folks don't need to be caught up in the mixture of the actual plight of women, of Black women, of trans Black women, of trans women, all of that. And so when I see stories like these or see this being conveyed in this kind of way, it's important, because while this is a fictional story, this narrative is played out in different households everywhere. So it's a beautiful thing. But go ahead, Gia. You know I'm rooting for you, sister. Trust me. She's one of my favorites on the cast. They had her doing a lot last season with almost following in Rue's footsteps, but I'm glad they stopped that sort of struggle. To be honest, if I was Gia, I couldn't deal with Rue when she's like this. Like, can I move? I mean, that's another thing too. You know what I'm saying? Gia has every right to be like, F you. F you, Rue. F you. I never want to see you again. I never want to talk to you. That would be valid. That would be absolutely valid. Okay? That part. Come on now, Brandy. Exactly, man. Because people are so quick to make us feel like we were feeling what we're feeling is wrong from our own family too. It's little stuff. Like, for example, not trying to throw a family member under the bus. I think you know who I'm talking about because I've spoken of him before in the misogynistic, homophobic ways that he'd be thinking. But I had a family member who's very close to me talk to me about, you seen Britney Spears just butt naked on her Instagram, just dancing and stuff? That girl's that girl's crazy. I said, please stop speaking on behalf of others. And my family member looked at me like I was crazy, but I was like, please stop speaking on behalf of others. This lady has been under a conservatorship for how long now? Hasn't had a free voice to do anything. Couldn't even have babies if she wanted to. Imagine someone stopped you in the middle of you working and pulled you out of everything you're doing, took control of everything that you had, and it was over a decade of time before anybody actually gave you some plight. And the only reason it was actually pulled up and brought up and made a big deal is because some fans got together and started to actively champion for the release of somebody from this conservatorship. And then things got brought up, and of course things went from there. But like, imagine not being able to feel free, and then all of a sudden you can just do what you can want to do. I was like, if anything, we should let that girl do what the hell she wants to do and mind our fucking business after that. She wants to throw all that on the Instagram, throw it all on there. You don't want to see it, don't watch it. Needless to say, we didn't agree on anything after that for the rest of the day. But with that being said, it's very much that situation when it comes to Rue and her sister Gia. Like, Gia, Rue doing this shit is not okay. And you don't have to accept it at all. You don't need to go through that. Now, but I understand that you love your sister and you want to keep that love. And you can love somebody, but you can love them from afar. I love my family. I love them down, but I love the majority of them from afar because I don't agree with shit and I don't need to be around it. You don't like my lifestyle? That's fine. I don't have to be around you, but I love you. I'll support you in other ways. Not the ways you think I need to, but the ways I can, because my boundaries are set. My health is one, and I'm not trying to go into a hole and find myself losing it again. And Gia will put herself in a hole if she keeps on looking for Rue to get sober. Gia needs to be worrying about Gia. Gia is a growing young lady who is trying to find her own life. Her whole life in high school, as well as whatever grade she's in, anything to do with her family, should not be revolved around her sister's addiction. That's the truth. So that's why I love Rue down, but I'm also like, the fuck? No, you're a baby. You got shit to do. You have to graduate. You have a life ahead of you. Your sister's on some bullshit. Let her roll. She's gonna have to let her dig herself. That's it. Here we go. Gia also was too young to be as hurt as Rue was by the illness and death of her father. And I think she's aware of that, which is why she holds Rue so close. Exactly. She's literally almost going through the grief her sister's going through because her sister's going through it. Like, for example, my sister that I have in my real sister, you know what I'm saying? In reality, we're 18 months apart, but we have different moms or whatever, right? She lost her grandmother on her mom's side recently, and I saw my sister hurting, and I'm sitting there trying to be on my sister's side and make sure, you know, she's good, as well as what can I do in that situation, because I see my baby hurt. I don't know who this lady is like that. I met her a couple of times, and she's been lovely to me, but that was somebody that put her in some pain. You know what I'm saying? You grow attached to certain folks, and then their pain becomes yours, and sometimes that pain is actually toxic, and it's not the pain you should be carrying. Okay. Am I preaching today? What's going on, y'all? What happened here? It's this show. It's Euphoria. Every time I watch it, it puts me on a space where I go, okay, my Libra brain starts to activate and the balancing scales go for it. I need to find a balance in each of these characters, and some of them are just out of whack. G is there, but G is going to let Rue ruin her. The mom, I want them to give her more of a story, because all you heard Rue go, my mother was raised in the church. I thought we were getting a whole story. We didn't really get that. I would prefer if we found out more about her, because for her to have this much patience, I need understanding, because not everybody. Rue is very lucky her mom is as nice as she is. Not everybody would be that way. Rue could be on the street or sold right now as we speak. Telling you. That was me. I was like, so wait, pause. Why did we have her in the church? And then now we're done with this. Bring it back, because Cal got a whole fucking episode. I want an episode for the mother. Exactly. Not everybody, but Rue said her mom would be the one. Her mom ain't going to stop. She ain't going to let go of her baby. She ain't going to let it go. Okay. I think our culture has placed too much emphasis on you have to love, respect your blood family, no matter what, even their ancient parents not worthy of respect. So for me, Jose, with that one, there's different loves. So that's why I can say I love my family without needing to be around them or wanting to be around them or finding it to be comfortable to be around them. You know what I'm saying? My love for them isn't just out of blood. It's for the times that were there that were good. And of course, we are related. So there is a feeling of family in a sense of that. So it comes from that. But as far as like the love, like I would have for, say, somebody who I'm going to get married to, or a friend who has been there for me through every single damn thing I've ever gone for, hell no. That's a whole nother kind of love. That's a whole one. But like, I still continue to keep love for family that I don't even fuck with. Like that. I do. I refuse to have that malice in there. I refuse. Wait, Dawn, I don't think Sam knows how to write for Black characters. Well, if they did, then McKay would still be there. Listen. I mean, we can get into this family and have a conversation about why I'm so happy Ali is there, because it felt like, oh, so now all of a sudden we're getting into a sense of this Black household sort of situationship on top of that. Oh, he's anti-vax? Oh, that's gross. Oh, that's gross. That's gross. That's poo. Did you think his movie Malcolm and Marie was good? I did like that movie. That wasn't bad. Yeah, that was a good one. It was okay. It was good. Listen, we all know it's a good it's a good episode when we're having so much a conversation about the first. I mean, and so that's why I did this with this today, Lewis. Is I wanted to just focus on the people here for a second, and then we're going to go to sections because everyone worked in a group in terms of their narrative of what's going on. Thank you, Kevin, for the super chat. Happy Valentine's Day, Matty. Thank you so much, Kevin. I appreciate that. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you. I hope you feel loved today, and if not, I hope I leave you with some love. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, get in the comment section afterwards, algorithm boo, drop a tip in my jar if you feel some kind of way, PayPal or Cash App, Venmo, either way. It's all gay. All right. Let's continue forward here. Side note. Damn, why is the cute ones that be so stupid? Because they're cute. Because they're cute. Oh my goodness gracious. Moving past this into the world of Matty. Okay? Matty, you had all the ammunition in the world, and you're actually a sweetheart, and that is why I can relate to Matty and why I love her so much, because I want violence sometimes, but in reality, no, I don't. Ooh, I want to go there, but oh God, I don't. there go my Libra-ness. Ooh, I want to get him, but I can't. Why do I have to be? Nope. It's very that. She was going through the blues of figuring out what she wanted to do. And of course, she's a little bit, violent, but she's not that girl. Okay. Chi-Chi, and I hate that he did that, but also I'll get to him in a second. Matty, throughout the entire episode, was ready to basically end the world for Nate and Cassie. She's literally on the phone with Kat, talking about what she wants to do. We'll take a quick break from Matty to get to Kat here, because this was a very awkward scene. And also, Kat, it's very clear that you and the director, Barbie, I'm talking to you as the actress. Hi, babes. It's very clear y'all were not getting along, because he did you dirty with this entire season. Like, ma'am. You had, honey, the scenes you got were few and far in between. And when you did get what you got, you were given the villain edit of all villain edits. All right, Barbie, I love you down, girl. Can't wait for more works from you. But let's get to your cat carrier. Carrier? I was meant to say character, but maybe meow. She's gross. Kat is gross for all of this. Everything she did in the scene was trash. F you. Like, I don't like Elliot either. He is very vanilla for me, and I'm not being literal in that sense. I'm just, in terms of him as a person, is very, very vanilla. Like, y'all know me. I'm attracted to everybody. Yes. No. But the way she did him at this table, I was on his side. Oh, it's Ethan? Okay. So Ethan. Now I see why Kat dumped you, girl. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Like, oh, okay. Oh, my bad. So back to Ethan and Kat, that is an ass right now. She's on the phone the entire time they're sitting at this table at this really gaudy looking Chinese restaurant. And Kat is talking to Matty while Matty's just describing things. I mean, the waitress is like, it's rude, and we honestly don't have people on the phone. So when Ethan finally gets a hold to have a conversation with her, She's like, we're here on a date. And he's like, I mean, you made it sound like it was an emergency. It seemed like we were going to break up. She then turned it around like, oh, see, that's a problem. Why would you say that we were going to break up? See, this is exactly why it's really hard for me to deal with stuff. And I wanted to tell you that I actually have a brain condition and I don't know how you're going to be able to deal with it. And that was like it. And he's like, what does that mean? Like, I'm sorry, what's going on here? It's like, yeah, it's going to be hard to date me because I have a brain condition. He asked for clarity. And she then starts saying he was gaslighting her and this is what men do. And I'm so fucking sick of guys like this and that and the other. And he was really being respectful, but he also low-key dragged the shit out of her. Dragged her. Earth Angel, do not put this in the atmosphere. Don't put it in the atmosphere. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't want it to happen. Doesn't need to happen. We will not have it happen. Put. No. No. Kat, this was the most unlikable thing of your character ever. I don't even want to give this time. Like, he had every right to walk off and you going, oh my God, he broke up with me. No. This part, Jason Love, like she really sat there lying about having a brain disorder of all things, a brain disorder, girl. There was no diagnosis. There was nothing. Like, you really just sat up here and lied and then threw it back on him. Huh? Really? No. No. It's going to be Fexy forever. So y'all think Lexi's going to be ride or die when Fez gets arrested? Yeah. I mean, when Cal rolled up in there on the first flip, child, she could have easily like bounced out. I think Lexi lives for the Fez. I think that Lexi enjoys that side of him where he is very protective, but also he's handling his business, but there is danger involved with him. I don't think Lexi wants to go for anybody straight lace because that would be expected. Yeah, I think Lexi's attracted to that. We'll get to them in a second. Earth Angel, don't. 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 I hate seeing someone use an illness or lie about an illness just to keep someone. Are we talking about a YouTuber? Allegedly? Oh, I'm sorry. Amber, what? Allegedly? What? All right. She's back at Nader's house, y'all. Let me stop. Cass is going to make me physically ill next episode. I can already. Did you see Earth Angel, what she was dressed like when she was walking through the hallway with Nate, knowing Maddie's going to see her too? Ooh, Cassie is the biggest piece of poo ever. If y'all are fans of Cassie, I can't. Let's get on over there to Cassie's house with her cool sister Lexi and her even cooler mom. I like her mom. She's stupid, but I like her. Her mom was getting all the knives in the house. And Lexi's like, what are you doing? She's like, your sister is very volatile right now and she will hurt herself. And Lexi's like, I don't think Cassie's going to be that girl. And baby, her mother was like, Cassie is that girl. Now, her mom may be a drunk, okay? Like, their mom may be a drunk, but she sees everything. She is aware fully of the full situation. For the mother to be like, yeah, I'm going to keep doing what I do, but at the same time, like, I already know what's going down. I'm proud of this baby. She's doing her job. Lexi always gets to go. But her other daughter, while she's a big old SL, finish the rest, she supported Cassie in her foolishness up until we get to her sleeping with Nate, because as a woman, the mom is like, girl, you're foolish for that. You really think that it was okay for you to sleep with Nate, knowing that is Matty's ex-boyfriend, whether it be boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, all that. That was, I was like, okay, this makes perfect sense. Again, I agree with it. I agree with that. Let's say my friend was dating somebody and they broke up, and then that person then tried to holler at me, and it's like my really good friend, okay? And I know everything that they went through. I'm not going to be inclined to want to be with that person. And the only thing that would make me even consider something like that is if they didn't date for a very long time, like a very, 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 like it was very short lived. It was nothing, even if you really want to go there. That's the only time I'd even think of that. But if it was, we spent 3 years together and we're about to get married, no, that's my Judy. And we're still really cool like that. And I don't need to have that awkwardness every time we meet. I'm so sorry. Taryn, this part right here, we got to give it. And her abusive ex at that. Okay, that was the part that blew my mind when it came to Lexi and Cassie's conversation. And Cassie was just very like, I don't understand why you hate Nate so much. She's like, what are you talking about? Why do you want to be with somebody who literally made fun of you every day? Dragged you, girl, dragged you. Like, he doesn't even like you like that. Never did. And now all of a sudden, like, because of one situation where he gave you some attention, he is your man. Like, this is weird. Meanwhile, Cassie's in the bathroom calling Nate 38 times in a day, maybe more than that, more than likely more than that. Like, every 5 seconds she's calling him. Every 5 seconds she's calling him. Warren John, thank you so much. I see you on my Cash App, baby. Thank you for the tip. Thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like button, share, subscribe if you're new here. If you want to drop a tip my way, just like you heard from Warren, getting that super chat, or drop it with the tip jar with paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, and Venmo Matty-Rants. Let's continue moving on. Let's see here. Her own sister called her pathetic. That part. Oh my God, Cassie crying and screaming, trying to justify it. Oh, that was annoying me so much to the next level. Cassie is way easier to manipulate than Matty. I'm so scared for her to be in a relationship with him. Like, she is going to lie and do everything she can to protect Nate, and it makes me want to vomit. I feel that Cassie is going to do something really fucked up, and it's going to be non-redeemable. And I mean, we already don't like her right now, but they're going to make her character the most horrible person on the planet. And it'll be like well, I mean, hey, her getting with Nate actually makes sense. Pushing forward here. This is a lot, child. Whoo, the mama was so real on this scene, y'all. This is my favorite. She read Cassie. She was like, and you still are trying to become the victim here when you were the one who knew exactly what they were doing, and yet you still did it, and you're asking for everyone to give you some pity. You then brought Rue into the situation here. Lexi, how can you still be friends with Rue? She's an addict. Like, if anything, you should be having my back. Hold up. Hold up. Yeah, Rue's on some bull. Yeah, that's kind of this. Yeah, we can do all that. But wait a minute. So now all of a sudden, your sister is in the wrong because she's still friends with Rue, who is an addict, who then outed you for being a slut. Okay. Your other part of the argument is that they were already broken up. And so because they're broken up and they're not together, it's okay that she sleeps with Nate, even though she is aware that Nate physically harmed Matty, threatened Matty, did a whole bunch of other things to Matty, did things to other people. She's fully aware of a lot of things. I cannot wait for this play to come out. Oh, bitch. I cannot wait for this play to come out. Oh, yeah. Girl code violation always. And that's the thing too. That's gay code violation. Okay. When you're friend code violation, like you just don't do that. You do not do that. You know the pain. Like the fact is, Matty was also saying that do you believe this, Bia? She was sitting in my face telling me I shouldn't be with this dude, calling him this, that, and the other, while the meantime she was sleeping with the man. Matty has got all of it together. She's in love now. It's different, which is really some sort of bull. I can't. I just can't with her. I can't. This face. Oh, when Cassie Quay. Oh, oh, block user. A bottle opener wasn't enough. What a silly girl. I thought this conversation with Matty and the lady who she's babysitting for about the incident that took place was interesting because the other woman was very honest with Matty and saying she was the one that was, slept around with her best friend's boyfriend, and that it happened many more times after that, and also explained sort of where they were in their position in life and how people looked at them over, I guess, the things that they did or what they felt about them, which caused them to make the actions that they did, right? Eventually, things changed up and people, grew and stuff was learned or whatever, but she gave a different perspective. Yeah. Yeah, she gave a way different perspective. I was like, Matty, did you see the camera in the woman closet when Matty was putting on her clothes? Yep. So we have to talk about this because the husband hasn't been seen again. I'm wondering where he's at. I feel like this lady is about to coach Matty into like this sort of, I don't know, like maybe we'll find out where all this money's coming from or some sort of thing. I feel like they're going to try to bring her into this love triangle, like in their swingers. Yeah, she's definitely not stealing anything. She keeps putting it back, but it's like, I feel like she's going to either be really helpful or, yeah. I feel like Miss Ma'am doesn't care if Matty wears her clothes. She'll just care that she hasn't asked. I mean, that probably is going to come up soon. But it's got to be something of the sort. Something's going to happen. Either she wants Matty to do like a little side relationship with, or she's going to either groom Matty, or something's going to come up. Either way, it's making me weird about how comfortable she is. She got alcohol. Mind you, Matty is a minor. Oh my God, I'm just now thinking about this. This girl is a minor, and she's like, do you want to drink and get in the hot tub? That is your employer, child. She's under 21. I think they're like seniors in high school. Oh, what picture didn't come through? Must not have been that important. Oh no. It was the Lexi Fez picture. Okay, here we go. Damn it, y'all. I had Lexi's face, but apparently they didn't put it up here. It kind of blocked out. Let's move on to this storyline. We'll get back to Matty in just a second. Hey, stop fucking up. There we go. I don't think we've ever seen Fez look like this at somebody, and this was kind of a moment for me because I was like, oh. Oh. So he is in love with Lexi. Like, and it's not just the fact that Lexi is entertaining him, it's the fact that she's allowing him to fully be himself, smoking this blunt, not judging, all that kind of stuff. At the same time, they can relate to so many different things. And Lexi tells Fez the whole play. Like, I think Fez is the only one that knows the full details of Lexi's play. Isn't that interesting? Like, of all the people who's gonna know about it, Fez, of course, who's he gonna tell? So Fez knows the entire plot. Like, oh damn, are you sure you want to do this? Well, sounds kind of like Stand By Me, and that's of course where they find a similarities of this movie that I like. I like that movie too. Do you want to watch it together? Sure. They held hands. It was adorable. I screamed. I was like, ah! I screamed. I was like so happy. I was so happy because they didn't kiss. And that was something that this show kind of does with the sexual things and rubbing it in our faces. And here comes Cassie's boobs, very that, right? This seems so organic and just light and just very appropriate. I don't think Lexi smokes. Did Lexi ever partake? I don't think Lexi smokes. I think she may be getting contact high, if anything. I don't think she smokes. But it's just, they're just so adorable. No. Do you think the people in the play know that it's about the characters? I think they may have ideas, but won't know fully because maybe they don't know Matty, Rue, or Kat, or anybody else, or Cassie like the way Lexi does. So maybe they do, maybe they don't. Maybe a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Highly in love. Ah, there you go. So adorable. Yes, finally something light. Very that. It was needed, some genuine but here's the problem. We got a problem coming up with this because I feel there is going to be an issue that then causes this cute moment to not exist anymore. Our good girl Faye, who I've become quite fond of, I think she's actually fabulous. Her boyfriend is about to pull her into some bullshit because the police have now gotten involved with looking for Mouse because the baby mama was looking for them and came by that dude's house. The police then came to him. He already snitched. Okay. And they're just now trying to plant and plug everything on Fez and Ashtray. Do you feel what I'm saying? And so Faye is like, you want me to do what? And you did what? So that's why I was like, oh shit, maybe Faye's gonna actually be on Ashtray and Fesco's side, which I'm crossing my fingers that she does not pull a stunt. Okay? Because this guy ain't done shit for you. Let's just be very clear. Okay. And if anything, Fez and Ashtray have been holding it down for you for quite some time. She literally the whole cow situation she was there for, she alerted them about that man. She's been getting supplied all the stuff that she needs while she is there. She's been taken care of very well at Fez and Ashtrays. She'd be a fool to do so. I had a feeling that possibly Faye does like Fez based on how she was looking at Lexi and them holding hands when she was walking off or whatever. I'm really praying she does not mess this up because she is now the piece in this trap that is being placed and set that can actually ruin it all or keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Girl, this is a lot. So he's going to try to get the police to come over there. He's going to try to get them set up. All of that. I'm so nervous. Ethan, shut up. Faye got them all-star filler lips. I mean, plump. Oh, no. Well, I mean, we could name a couple people who got them lips down. I'm telling you, very much that. Y'all, thanks for tuning in. 184 of y'all up in this piece. Please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Remember, we're having a Valentine's Day conversation after this, so if you want to stay tuned for a little love talk, we can talk. But if you want to drop a little tip my way, that tip jar is downstairs, but a thumbs up will do just fine, and I appreciate y'all so much for being here. Let's keep it rolling, rolling, and rolling, rolling, and rolling, rolling. Yes, but F him, Faye, don't mess up, and yeah, that's where we're at. Nate, we've been talking about you. It's time to get to your portion of the story. Okay. Right. Mind you, Warren, had Ash been paying attention to the cameras, he would have seen what was up and known already things were going to be off. I'm not interested in you at all. I don't care about you at all. I don't know why you were there. You are not an integral part of the story. As far as I'm concerned, you're just a physical embodiment of a boy who was in a picture that was on a wall that Calvin took off the wall, that's no longer on the wall in a house that is no longer home. I don't care that you're the older brother. I don't care that you were better than this one. I don't care. You are simply there to be. Now, you, on the other hand, need to have a conversation with, because I don't know how to figure you out. You do some terrible things this episode. You do some good things this episode. Then you go back to being terrible again. I don't know what's happening. Third son was never discussed. I'm like, is this going to be a peacemaker situation? You know what I'm saying? Where someone gets popped too hard and, ends up dying. Like, I don't know what happened here, but we don't have any clue yet what's going on with that. However, oh yeah, the pee was still on the floor. Don't forget, that man urinated on the floor and they left it there. Let's not forget. They walking around it. So technically that house smells nasty. The house smells nasty. Just say it plain. The house smells like pee. It's very acidic. Ammonia even. I feel like Nate did something with the third son because his mom was definitely dancing around. It was the whole, what's the word I'm looking for? What did you do? What was it that went so wrong? And it was kind of like a question, but almost an answer at the same time. I don't know. I feel like Cal's going to be the one to spill that later versus the mother, because she was just being a drunk. And they're eating breakfast, drinking. I mean, this mom has her underage child drinking with her. As parents, do what you do. But she got on my nerves. She was basically talking about what she, had going for the rest of her life. And that, I was a fox and all that kind of stuff. And I was so hot and everything was good for me and all that kind of crap. You know what I'm saying? And she started blaming Nate for certain stuff, but not so much Nate, but more so the narrative of, yeah, your dad was an ass, but he still had good qualities that you don't have. And Nate was like bringing up situations, or she would bring up stuff that Nate did where he got kind of physically violent or he got kind of angry. And it's almost like he didn't say specifically to his mother, well, I did that because dad caused me to do that since he put himself in trouble, or dad placed me in this position. No. The mom never had his side. That was the gag of this entire conversation with Nate. She was accepting of him so that way she didn't have to deal with the consequences of him being a total prick. But she was like, you were very much abusive to that girl. I wanted to wring her neck. Well, I didn't do that, Mom. Okay, Nate, whatever you say. I'm just saying I did the same thing. And also, when you did that to that other guy, well, Mom, that wasn't me. What do you... Oh, you do have anger problems, honey, but it's okay. Like, you know how it is. Well, just do what you want to do. What? I think it's Nate. Anna, I think Nate realized in that moment his mom was a piece of crap too. I don't think he really ever had a full relationship with her. Of course, her bringing up that story of him doing something so sweet, like bringing her water. And I would just sort of see what you would bring by just telling you what it was. Like her son was a damn maid or something. Like, are you joking me? Her name's Marcia. She's mom to me. I'm going to call her mom. That's mom. Fuck Marcia. She was, everything about her it just wasn't right. She basically didn't have her son's back, even though she would allow him to do the things he was doing. She just didn't want to take full responsibility. And while Cal also didn't want to take responsibility either, it's clear the mom didn't want it as well. She was like, I could have been doing all this stuff and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, your two kids are sitting right in front of you. And you're talking about the things you could have done. Yikes. I've been side-eyeing Nate's mama. She was okay with any blonde hair white girl for her son as long as it wasn't Matty, sitting there like she didn't have a hand in raising these kids. Isn't that strange how she was really happy that Cassie was the one he chose, but not Matty? Like she didn't care for the Latin girl? Oh my God. Marsha's racist. Ooh. Marsha's racist. Boom. Marsha's racist. Boom. 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 Racist. I can't. Oh, because mind you, she knew that Matty and Cassie were best friends, and Nate even said that, and she's like, "So what? She's still a better girl." Da, 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 da. When I saw how you were talking to her and you were handling her in the room, oh, I was like, "That's my son." Okay, back to the comment section we go. Hey, Ethan, when the mom said she was so relieved Nate didn't get Matty pregnant and she would trap him, I just got a hint of racism. Yeah, very that. Then again, didn't she get pregnant and trap Cal? No, she sort of just told me he was pregnant. And she was like, that's great. That's great. And then just made plans from it. They never were honest with each other. They didn't want the baby. Kind of that, a little bit of that, all of that, a little bit of that. Didn't even know Cassie's name. All right, we've had enough of her. Just wanted to break that down with you that I was fully watching and was aware of that situation. Now, Cal did leave his son something. Enjoy being the man of the house, okay? Left him a gun and the business, basically, because Cal's not going to go back to that business that he started. It was going to be Nate's anyway. So now that Nate's, I guess an adult at 18, he can take over the business. And that's something. Cal gave him the business, like literally just stopped everything he was doing and was like, I got to get away from y'all. Ain't that the privilege of that? The privilege of that. When I saw Nate get that gun, I said, that's the last person who needed to have it. As Maddie's coming into her home, Nate is waiting there with the gun. Because Maddie has the disc. So Maddie is lying, says she doesn't have it. He's starting to play with her a little bit. He's very threatening. He ends up emptying out the chamber and supposedly putting one bullet in there and playing a game of Russian roulette where he's just going to blow his brains out on top of her. What really made this sick is that Maddie was still saying she loved him while he was doing this to her and while he was saying, it's over, I don't love you anymore, I'm done with this, all that, right? So she ends up telling him where the disc is and then turns around and is like, I'm just kidding. I was just kidding. See, there was nothing in the chamber. I had to do what I had to do to get it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We left Matty here. We left Matty here. The bullets are still there, y'all. The bullets are still there. Right there. He didn't even pick him up. I was like, please, like, please. But she's not, and that's the problem I'm gonna have with this one, Jason Love. I already can tell based on how Cassie walked in the door thinking she was the baddest thing on the block, dressing just like Matty, that honestly, I think Matty has been officially broken at this point. I think this broke her. Remember, Maddie's not actually a fighter. She wants to fight because she can, but in reality, she just wants the best. She's a sweetheart. She can be a biatch, but she's really not that girl. She's broken. I am so saddened by this. Like, honestly, it was I got emotional watching her in that bed, just couldn't even look, raise her head up, just sat here like, oh my God, I can't even believe this just happened to me. Like, this was a lot. Nate doesn't know how to measure what he does for people that he loves or wants to be loved by, and that's scary as F. Very that. Jules, who Rue didn't want to narrate at all because she's still mad at her, as Rue was narrating this whole bit, gets a text from Nate to come outside and that they're out front. Now, Jules is no dummy, and she comes with a box cutter because she already knows that this man is crazy, okay? She's already been with the gun route with Nate. So she comes prepared. Her mom is like an alcoholic or something like that. If y'all remember from the first season, her parents aren't like actually involved in her life. Either I can't remember if her mom works too much or the dad, either her dad died or is a drunk. I think the dad's a drunk and her mom works way too much. So her parents are barely ever in her business. They showed that the first season. Back to Jules. So Nate's out front and he says to come here. And in reality, there you go, Earth Angel. Yeah. So the mom is always busy and the dad is drunk. So yeah, they ain't gonna be there. And Nate knew to take advantage of that. Gives the disc to Jules that has the footage of his dad messing with her. Okay. And in this scene that I talked about earlier in this review, where I was like, this man is sick. This man is twisted. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. Everything I said to you, Jules, all that stuff I talked about, I meant every word of it. I'm so sorry for everything I put you through. I'm so this, that, and the other. I should never have done all this. Da, 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 da. I was like, what is happening? Yeah. Did y'all notice how genuinely happy Nate looked to see Jules, like he was glowing or something? I think Ethan. Ethan. I'm nervous that he giving her the disc is going to be something else. I believe this as well. I think he has the copy on purpose to blackmail his dad at any point in time in case he needs to. I don't trust Nate either, but I believe with our good friend Gay over here that he is in love with her still, or has that attraction to Jules, or is still somewhat infatuated by Jules's presence. But he cannot act with Jules because Jules will not facilitate his fuckery. Jules will not facilitate it, will not go along with the crazy. So he's doing it from a distance is how I feel it. I really hope she made a copy. If she was smart, she would have made a copy. How dumb of her not to make one. Clearly. How could you ever feel comfortable knowing Nate seeing the tape? Like, we saw Jules looking at the tape themselves afterwards, and it's just like, oh my God. Is he just trying to burn the whole town down? Because what is the end game? It feels like he's just hidden everybody where it hurts. But him getting with Cassie, Jules gets the copy. There's a moment of them looking back at each other. He calls Cassie, tells her to get a bag and to come over to live with him or stay with him. Girl, he told Cassie to pack a bag, leave her family, and come stay with him. My neighbor upstairs is being completely obnoxious. Let's keep moving forward here, y'all. If you were to ever think that you would be likable again, Cassie, the character, you would be wrong. I officially hate you after this episode. I officially want the worst of the worst to come your way. I want no forgiveness from you. The way you did your best friend, the way you now did your mother. Look at her mom's face. Bitch. Her mom didn't say nothing, but her mom was saying a whole lot just looking at her. Please don't go. Please don't go. Please don't go. Please don't choose this man. There it is. Please don't choose this man over your family. Please don't choose this man over your family. That's all that face is saying. Don't do it, Cassie. And when she moved and you saw her mom just go, it's like, let me tell you something. Deborah would have girl, please. The one time I did try to run away, my mother came and found me and wore me out in the backseat of that that Toyota Land Cruiser, bitch. Okay, my mama wore me out, spanked me down, took me back in the house, and still said I love you. Okay, and I was very young when that happened, but in reality too, like, nah, my mama would never. If my sister had ever even thought to even jump out the door, my mother would have already got her before she got there. Period. No way. No way. My mama would beat the brakes out of me. I'm telling you, like, you wouldn't have got that far. I guess if you love them, let them go, but also not to Nate. That part too, bound. It's more so like, what are we going to do here? Like, Cassie clearly is vulnerable. She's very erratic. She could harm Lexi or her mother. You know what I mean? Her mama didn't say anything because she didn't take any of the... Shut up, Nietzsche. Her mom looks like this might be the last time I see her alive. It's Nate. You know what I'm saying? That woman is so tired of whatever Cassie's doing, and I don't blame her. Remember the argument they had while she was trying to watch Millionaire Matchmaker? Her mom was like, you really just don't see how you're wrong here, and I want you to take the L. Like, I need you to take this L. You shouldn't be depressed. You should just own up to your bullshit and what you did. What you did was wrong. And you played that game with your bestie, and that's absolutely not going to be okay. And if you think I got your back on this, I don't, because as a woman, I don't feel what you did. And her daughter cannot wrap her mind around that. Can't do it. It's given just trying to clear stuff up. He's scared Matty and Jules won't say anything given what he did last season. He feels like he's done for the most part. I think he thinks that now that he did that for Jules, and now that he broke up officially with Matty, that he can just be with Cassie, and then everything's going to be okay. God. Cassie's mom was so disappointed because one thing is being bad to your friends, but other is leaving your family for a horrible fling. Like, literally left your mom sit. I can't. Oh, but you gave me what I needed in this scene, sister. I know. And look at her. She had tea. That's not even wine. She wasn't even drinking when this happened. That's some tea. It might be a hot toddy. It's probably a hot toddy. It's probably not. Look at Cassie's face coming into Nate's house, and Nate's mother sees her walking in. I want the worst for Nate and Cassie. I want the worst. I want nothing but the worst. I want nothing but the worst. The way she looked at her mother compared to the way she looked at Nate's mom. Nate's mom, her mom. That sweat. I don't want to talk about those horrible people anymore. Let's get to this last part here. This made me well up in tears and cry when I saw this. As a brother who has sisters and family member, when my sister would be scared or not want to be by herself, she used to come and sit in my bed sometimes, or she asked me to get in her bed. You know how brothers and siblings do. We would just get in the bed next to each other to go to sleep and then talk about everything that happened that day. And me and my sister used to do that. And so seeing this made me like tear up a little bit. I was like, oh, it's Matty and Alex. But this was a very nice moment, and it was, so sweet. And I know her sister really wants her to win, but it's also like the calm before the storm, because when we get to this next scene, baby, I cried like a banshee. I cried like a banshee, y'all. I boo-hooed. Her mother is on the phone with the rehab facility, and they're telling her that they don't have any room for Rue, and they're trying to make it like seem like it's not a dire case for her to be there. And she's saying like she will hurt herself. You do not understand my baby. She's going to take her life if you don't put her in here. Like, please, like, and it's there's a lot to take. That was a lot to take as a person of, a survivor of attempted suicide, and having a very deep conversation with my own mother in reference for something like that. That was very hard for me to take. That was a lot, and it was real. It was very real. And I appreciated the episode ending that way, because it didn't end on a happy note. It didn't end on a resolution. It ended on things not resolved. It ended with doors still open, and with a lot still left up for debate, and whether or not there's going to actually be, a resolution or something here. You know what I mean? So seriously though, this was a lot to take in. And I was impressed for the most part with this one right here. But yeah, this was a lot. It was a lot for Matty. I'm sorry. That was so heavy, hearing her getting so, it was like it was the welling of the voice. It was like, it was a lot. So I appreciate it when the show takes me here. when they remove it from the, okay, this has been a whole lot of stuff. This has been a whole lot, all that kind of crap. But when it takes us out of it into something that we all can see happening, yeah, that's when the show, I think, is the most successful. So hey y'all, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate y'all for being here for this live review. If you're tuning in now and we're hitting the 90-minute marker of this video, that means that the review portion of Euphoria will be closing, and we're going to head into some free chat now for the next 30 minutes. Not going to be too long, as for some reason, this thing up here needs to be stomping up and down them steps. I'm thinking they're missing an ankle, and it's just leg and foot hitting the ground at this point in time right now. But if you want to talk about Valentine's Day stuff or things with me, I am open to all conversation. So I appreciate y'all so much for being here. Hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, drop a tip in my jar if you feel like it. I'm going to Atlanta. If you want to throw a little something my way, that'd be super helpful. If not, hey, that thumbs up is even more helpful. And I appreciate y'all for being here. They don't like me anyway, so it's just really don't matter. And I love how I got a message from my nail salon saying that they can give me 15% off on a pedicure and a manicure now through Thursday. And I already went and got my nails done. And as you can see, she fucked up my pinky. Like the moment I stepped out, it was already messed up. And then when I came back in, she acted like I did it. And so it was a different place. The clear coating on the nails isn't even cementing it. Bitch, it's been 2 days and it's already like coming off. I'm not happy. Not happy. And now I want to go get my nails redone again because it's like you fucked them up and all you did was low-key just cut them and buff real quick. And I gave that baby a $12 tip. I'm gagged. It's your 21st birthday? Happy birthday, Malachi. I hope you're having a good one. I'm kind of not blaming your parents for having their baby on the 14th of February, but also fuck this day and only celebrate it for your birthday, not as a Valentine's Day. Like on a real note. So Valentine's Day for me is a little bit weird. Wait, so no one else could fix them? I'm stuck. Yeah, like no. Okay, so here's the thing, Tiara. When we walked in, it was already that energy of here come 3 black men to come get their nails done. And I know my friend says he gets his nails done there, but they were not treating us all the same. So when I was getting my nails done, the lady who I got didn't want to do mine. And I could tell because she continued to look away, talk to anybody who she could talk to, and she was taking the slowest time to do my nails. Like out of everybody that was there, Miss Mama just wasn't doing anything. And so she was taking her time with it. And then she, when I asked her to do things, like I was like, can I get matte black? She's like, we don't have that. Yeah, you do. And I kept asking about it, but she then got frustrated with me. And so the lady who was assisting my friend was like, oh no, she only can do A, B, and C. I'm like, then why sit me down with her? When I came to get my nails done, I didn't come as, oh, let me just get them cut and clipped. I can do that myself. I wanted some color and I wanted something to happen with them. I wasn't even being rude. And so it just really frustrated me because I didn't want to be that person who was nasty about the whole situation. Meanwhile, somebody came into the nail shop and was talking on their phone the entire time on speakerphone while getting a fill-in. It just didn't make any sense. Either way, I will never go back to that place again. And now this is why I'm about to invest in my own polish because I like black and I like gray, silver, gray, and matte black. And I like those colors on my nails. So seriously. Thank you, Tiara. Thank you. And I sat there like, I know I'm not tripping. And I think they don't think I know what I'm talking about. And I don't want to make a big deal out of this because we're the only men in here. And so, exactly. And so when I left a tip, they were like, oh, and I was like, right. Mind you, mine was the highest tip. Out of everybody who I was with, I left the highest one because I know how it is in the nail shops. You give them babies a nice tip because when they come back, that's going to be your girl. Like, work with me. So the people who I am going to go eventually to here, the one that I normally go to, they know how to do my shit. Every time I come in there, they do it right. When I went in my matte black nails, done. Champagne, service, right. Everything was cool, talking to me like I was one. Very nice people. I will go back to the ones I like. Okay, but that's my nail journey story. So currently, this the fuck up hand, this is the right hand, but I'm gonna have to just get that done myself. But yes, my new thing now is these 2 fingers at the end. I like to just color. It's my way of expressing myself, so I'm happy about it. Let's see here. We had a Valentine's question. Here we go. Maddie, did you ever send any secret Valentines when you were younger? I got a secret Valentine one time. My mom, that SpongeBob pillow that y'all have seen me carry around. As a matter of fact, I have it over here. Let me get it. It's really funny. It's not funny. It's an interesting story. It's a very interesting story. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, so when I was younger, and I was in school and I was running track and all that kind of stuff. I think this is my junior year when I got this. On Valentine's Day, my mom actually bought me this SpongeBob pillow. And I was 17, and that should tell y'all that I've had this pillow for, today would be 18 years. That's a gag. I've had this pillow for 18 years, and I've kept it clean for 18 years. My mom knew I was going through my coming into my own with my sexuality and everything, and she was trying to keep me safe from my father, who had threatened to hurt and harm me, which that will eventually come later in my life where he tries to. But she knew I was really sad that day because I was technically talking to this person in school, this guy, but he wasn't out. And so he had a girlfriend, or this girl he was talking to, and he was showering her with gifts. And I like had to witness him do that day. Meanwhile, you're at my house every day. And I was 17, whatever. So I ended up going home really sad. My mom was aware of how sad I was because she was substitute teaching at the school at the time, and she would see me like that. And when I got home, this pillow was sitting on my bed with a Valentine's Day card, and my mom got it for me. And she's like, I know it's not from someone that you would want to be with, but I'm your mother and I love you. And when you have this pillow, like, you always have me with you. Mm. After she gave me this, I took it to like every track meet. It was my pillow, my sponge pillow. I took this to college. This has gone with me to every house I've ever lived in. I've had this when I was homeless. I had this when I was sleeping pillow to post. I had this when I lived in a nice house. I had this when I lived in many places. I've had this pillow forever. I have not let it go since then. So if that's a nice little Valentine's Day story for you, that's something, because my mom may not be alive now, but this is something that I've kept that is very important to me. And it's not even SpongeBob. It's just how I got it. Yeah, it meant a lot. I haven't had any sort of special Valentine's days from significant others. Either I wasn't dating at the time, or the people who I was dating didn't believe in Valentine's Day. You know, one guy was a little hood, and he bought some jewelry from some motherfucker off the street and gave it to me. It wasn't even real, but it was the thought that counted. And there was one time for Valentine's Day, this guy I was dating, I tried to do a sexy dance for him when he got home from work, and he ended up laughing at me. And it was very awkward. We broke up a month later after that. I have not had good Valentine's Days. I don't know what they look like. I don't know what it feels like. What's that? Okay. So if y'all haven't had them, I understand. If you've done something for someone, or you've made effort for them and they haven't done that for you, I totally get it. I've also been a person who couldn't afford to give somebody gifts back, and it made me feel some kind of way. The holiday itself is tricky for me, because while I know I'm not perfect, I love love and I love to give love. It has nothing to do with attention. I'm a giver, and I like to spoil. Like, y'all saw what I did for my little brothers for Christmas. Bought them some goddamn Nintendo Switches. Bitch, I could have put that on many other things, but I like to spoil people. That's my thing. I like words of affirmation. I like receiving what's physical touch, words of affirmation, and quality time, with gifts as the number 4. It's my top 4 with love languages. But as far as me, for you, it's words of affirmation, gift giving, and quality time. And so for me, I like, if I have it, I will do everything I can to give you something. And I'm also someone who, even if I'm on a budget, I try to plan around that to make something special happen. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I might be planning something for this trip for Atlanta. We're celebrating Scotty's Day. Who says I'm not planning something? And it's not even about love. That's just my friend who I care about that I want him to have a good time. You see what I'm saying? So I think about shit like that. And I don't always have it reciprocated, and that's okay. But just the next time, if I ever get with somebody or somebody actually likes me like that, like, if it's Valentine's Day, yeah, I'm gonna go all out. Yeah, I'm gonna do something crazy. But I won't do it because it's Valentine's Day. I do it because I love them. That would be the reason why. And it wouldn't just be Valentine's Day, something like that would happen. But yeah, Valentine's is weird for me. The celebration of love is amazing, but it's also sad because some of us are not really doing well in that category. And it could be from multiple things. Hey, Coaster Lover. Love you too, babe. But yeah. All is well. All is fine with me. I mean, yesterday I went out. I wasn't even trying to, but I went out and I went to these people's house, and I of course had my little social anxiety going on. I don't know these people. One of the people there was very nice, and they gave me an edible, but it was very strong, so I was loopity dooped. Ended up going to Crocker's and left because it was too packed. Some man grabbed me because I was about to fall. I got your light skin. I was like, oh my God, I have to leave. I was like, I gotta leave. This man addressed me by my skin tone. I gotta go. It's like, oh no, it's all of that here. If that's what I heard from just one person, I know someone's like, oh, I had to go. So my body was not able to equip the edible resource that was inside of me. It was way too strong. And I caught an Uber home. It was like $40, but whatever. I was like, I have to go home. I just can't be here. And my friend wasn't ready yet. Plus I live on the other side of town. I was just like, I need to go home. So I called Mimi Cherry the entire time. And I was like talking to her as I was on my way back to my house. And I finally got in the house and I like started crying. And she's like, why, Matt, what's wrong? I was like, girl, I survived the night. I can't believe I survived the night without having a panic attack. Because there was moments where I was in the middle of something and I couldn't grasp my breath because, I have some social anxieties with certain things. And yeah. It was tough. I had a tough time, but it was fun. I had a good time too. And there were some interesting people, good conversations, all that. It's just with me, I think I've been sort of like to myself so much now. It's kind of harder to get back into the spill of big groups, stuff like that. Yeah. But, I mean, I had a good time afterwards. And of course, when I got home, I ate everything in the refrigerator, but yeah. To be real, I don't want to say I'm looking for love because they always say you find it when you're not looking. I'm open to receiving love. I'm open to receiving a relationship, and I'm open to putting in my weight in that relationship with the person. I'm open to the honesty that I would need to give that person, as well as the times that we're not going to be on the same page, being okay with coming back to the book and trying to read it again. There was one or two people recognized me. I wasn't out that long. Like, and it wasn't very in passing. It wasn't like a, hey, oh my God, it's Matty. It was more someone quoted something from me. I heard puss puss. And then someone was like, get that out of there. And I was like, ah. I was like, like, love you, Matty. I was like, love you too, baby. And I just kept on walking. But that was cute. But nobody that stopped me because I wasn't trying to be seen at the moment in time. I was too on the edible. I was running to the corner of the street. It was sitting underneath a street light, like, where is my Uber? Hurry up, please. You're in my heart and my mind. I pray that you find peace and happiness. Yeah, I mean, the last time I talked to y'all, and I was just really sad and stuff, there was a lot of things that changed for me that I'm not ready to discuss fully just yet. We will eventually, but there are some things I need to have control over right now versus allowing a narrative to run in outer space, but just know I have been taking care of everything I need to be in full peace. But also, with the conversation of just working and building and putting things together, when I look at my plate, I'm doing that and I'm being successful with it. It's not like, oh, he's falling back again. No, I've actually been doing quite well. It's just the fact that for me, it's the next level that's coming up that I'm saying to myself, I'm a little overwhelmed by, because I want to take every opportunity I get and make it something big and make it something real, and not just squander this blessing of any talent that I have been given. You know what I mean? I'm getting to that point. And I also realize that, some people, child. Hold on. What is this? What's going on here? Oh, Emmy, I see you on my PayPal. Thank you so much, babe. I appreciate your donation. Thank you so much for the tip. And I see a new patron in Stephanie on my Patreon. Enjoy those reaction videos. Euphoria will be out tomorrow. Today, I have to watch the 1,000-Pound Best Friend show because 1,000-Pound Sisters is off the air. That was such a good show. It's Monday. No, it's not Tuesday. That's Abbott Elementary. Oh, scheduling for this. Yeah, let's talk about this right now. Let's talk about this right now. Oh, get my thighs together. Let me tell you this. Okay, first of all, hold on. Hold on. Tomorrow will be the UK versus the world live review. I know my babies out there across the pond, y'all have different schedules. And I know this is also probably late doing this now, but because I have to fly out on Wednesday to go to Atlanta, Georgia. Oh, it's Gilded Age. Oh, thank you, Jose. I love that show. I have to, it's just going to be a lot to deal with. We're going to be picking up Scotty. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to be it's going to be a lot going on top of us. The next day, Thursday, we're heading to the Airbnb and we're waiting for other people to come on this trip. So I'll be very focused on Jamar and Scotty for like the majority of the time I'm there, as well as my other panel members from the Boys Night Out panel. So I'm just going to have to be very honest and clear. I probably am not going to be able to get this Saturday review going for season 14 because they're already talking about plans that day and it's going to be a lot going on. Plus, I have to catch a flight very early the next morning to make it for the panel. So what I'm thinking of doing is having the panel happen on Sunday as usual with our group opinions, but then on Monday, I do the actual review for season 14, episode 7, and that will replace our Euphoria review. And then this episode 7 of Euphoria will be moved to Tuesday, and then we're back on schedule. See how I did this? Yeah, back on schedule for UK versus the world on Wednesdays, okay? I think that's how I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to push things by a day. So tomorrow, right after the episode airs, I kid you not, that review's coming up. So as soon as that episode airs tomorrow, I am going to be maybe within the next 2.5 hours, immediately jumping up to go ahead and do that, okay? So it'll be almost around the same time as this review, but a little bit earlier, all right? 5:30 p.m. Central Time, for sure. Yeah, that's about right. That's tomorrow, Tuesday. Wednesday, I'll be traveling. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I get back to Houston. Panel time. Justin Rain is going to be joining us. It'll be the full panel again. Sunday. Monday, season 14, episode, whatever the hell it is. And then Tuesday will be Euphoria, and then back on schedule again for UK versus the world. I think I need a little break. So I told myself, and Jamar was telling me, why are you doing the review while you're out here? I said, well, I don't want to miss the day. He said, friend, Matt, you have already been stressed. Like, bring it in, bitch. You're already flying back early for Sunday to make it to the panel, girl. I was like, this is true. This is true. So, yeah. There was a question I want to answer up here. You'll be seeing Jamar, Justin, Scotty, and a bunch of people. Busy time, successful, organized. Yeah. I will be getting to meet Justin Rain for the first time, so I'm very excited about that. I'm very appreciative of Justin. When I was having a very tough time in that review, Justin called me maybe an hour after that happened. We had a very long conversation, and I appreciate him as my friend, and I'm going to be bringing Justin more closer into my circle because I'm very tricky about it as he is, but we talked, and of course we were becoming friends, and we've been on each other's platforms, but now it's like I feel a little bit more in tune with Mr. Rain. So yeah, Justin's gonna be a part of my bigger circle of people. I appreciate him, and yeah, I'll be spending time with him. Jamar, I live with that bitch. That's one of the besties. So it'll be good. And then finally, me and Scotty will meet, and all these rumors can die of the feud that we have and how we are trying to battle for Jamar's friendship, because that is literally a blog. Yes. Matty stole Jamar from Scotty. That is a whole thing, girl. It was so stupid. And people were asking me questions that were part of that blog, like trying to gaslight me. Do you not like him? Do you not like this person? Do you not like him? And I was like, I don't even know him. And by me saying that meant I didn't like him, which was weird. Either way, when you're popular, people are just going to talk about you. I'm stupid. Let me stop. Oh. We're going to go to the Old Lady Gang restaurant in Atlanta, which is Candy's mom's restaurant that she runs with their sisters. I've heard of things. And Chris didn't have nice things to say. So I wonder how it's going to be. I'm a little bit nervous myself. I'm a little nervous because I don't want to go there and be like, oh, it's going to be so good and it not be. But I will have a review of that. I will be reviewing it. I will do sort of not an Atlanta review, but I'm going to try to get some clips together, and then I'll probably post it to my Patreon because, there'll be music in it. You know how YouTube is. But I will more than likely be taping a lot of stuff. Not the Battle of the Black Jesus. You stop. Black Jesus. I can't. I can't. Listen. Mm-hmm. Oh, honey. We were just talking about love, and I'm on this Facebook dating, and this guy liked me, and I just picked his profile, and he was like, I'm in a relationship with 3 people. If that bothers you, don't swipe. I can't share you with 3 others. I'm sorry. Wish I could. Can't. I will vlog some of the days. Most of my vlogging is going to be like on Instagram if I pop up for a quick minute, but I will probably just try to film some stuff and then just put it together in a nice video clip of everything. So yeah. But yeah, if it's Valentine's Day for y'all, please don't be sad. Please don't be sad. We got this. It's another day. It'll be over tomorrow, child. It'll be the 15th of February, and folks still won't have their taxes done. But if you're feeling sad, pop one of my videos in, or at least pull up anything that you like. Do anything, please. Yeah, honestly, just find something you love, enjoy it, take a bubble bath, do something fun, and just enjoy your night. I know I am. I'm going to enjoy my night. Do you want to talk about that? Oh my God. Okay, so first of all, I apologized to Julie yesterday because I was snippy with him when he was taking his ever-loving time, and because he didn't know they were spoiling the trailer for me in the chat. And me and Chris were trying to leave, like, we got to go because they're just spoiling it. And I was ready just to cut off the live, honestly. I was like, okay, bye. But Dooley wasn't catching it. And so I was getting like aggy with him because I thought he was doing it on purpose. And I was like, bitch, hurry up. They're fucking with me. I want to watch this trailer. So I called and apologized for him getting snippy. He took it, so that's my friend. We good. But it was one of those moments where I was like, girl, if you don't say what you have now. So I watched the trailer. Holy shit. It's almost as if the big rumored cameo list is now going to be true, because they showed like half of the cameos that were spoiled in the trailer, and I was like, holy shit. It just looks so good. Like, I didn't find anything wrong with it. Everything kind of, nope. And Doctor Strange are going to be my 2022 movies that I'm looking forward to so far. Oh my God, that was so good. So good. So excited. Cannot wait, cannot wait, cannot wait. My heart is pounding. Oh, goodness gracious, y'all. Okay, I gotta go. We're about to hit the 2-hour marker here. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm so sorry this was done a little later than usual. I just had a lot going on today. As you know, I'm getting ready to travel, and I wanted to take care of some things. I mean, shoot, I got to make a phone call now in reference for that to be like, hey, can you make sure that happens to whatever? Yeah, like all of that. Okay, yeah, it's time to go. I'm going to make me something to eat. I'm going to take this dog out, use the potty. Hope everyone has a good day. Puss, listen, all that good shit. I will see you tomorrow for the UK versus the world review. Remember, it's going to be towards the evening time, around the same time as this. It's going to be a good, well, honey, I hope it's going to be a good episode. We'll see. But yeah, I'll talk to you later. Have a good one. Happy Valentine's Day. Drop a tip in the jar if you feel like it with paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App, $MattyRants, Venmo, MattyRants, but a thumbs up will most certainly do, and get in that comment section, okay? All my love to you, babies. Take care. See you next time.
Listen.